In Israel, Friday is a very popular day to go to bakeries because we buy this braided bread. It's called challah. I'm going to take a video of it close up. And the reason they put it outside is so that it can cool off. They put this whole rack in the oven and they take it off so it can cool off. And this is braided traditional Jewish bread. It's called challah that we eat with the meals on the Jewish holidays and on the Sabbath, Friday night and Saturday morning. We make a blessing on this bread and we cut it and give a piece to everyone. This is called challah. And you can see that people come on Fridays especially. The bakeries are especially crowded to buy their challah, in addition to the other things that are sold in the bakery, such as berekis. We have the sweet berekis on one side, on the other side potato berekis, which is kind of pastries with potatoes inside. That's the owner of the bakery. This bakery is actually at our building. They also sell ice cream here. It says halavi, which is dairy. They sell called Glida Amerikait, American ice cream. And this bakery is located right in our building. This is our high-rise building where we live, so it's quite convenient. Israeli cities, such as Rehovot, where we live, have parks in the center of the city very often. And this park actually used to be, about 15 years ago, I think it was a parking lot. And the city had a renovation project, this municipality of Rehovot, and they turned this into a beautiful park with cement paths, bike paths. You know, you can use bikes on these paths. People sit under the shade. You see the trees we have there. The trees, you can see that they're young trees. They were planted fairly recently, so they don't provide a lot of shade. In Israel, shade is in short supply. Here are the construction workers. I don't exactly know what they're doing. I think that they're constructing a kind of stage. There used to be a hill here, actually. They took down this whole hill. There was a hill that was right here. And if I were to have taken a video about a month ago, it looked quite different than it does today, because this park is used for concerts and events. For Memorial Day, they have evening of songs here. On Independence Day, which is the next day after Memorial Day, they have celebrations here in this park. So you can see we're in the middle of the city center of Rehovot, which is, you know, city centers have a lot of tall buildings and a lot of cement. And here you have beautiful grassy areas where people can come and play. It's also an exercise area here. So here's a closer up look at the exercise equipment. You actually can get quite a workout here. Of course, it's free of charge. It's open to the public. Designed more for adults, although you often see children playing here. And on this end of the park, there's also a playground for children, which are very common in Israel. As I mentioned before, Israel has a very high birth rate. The building that you see in front of you is the municipality of Rehovot, and on the bottom floors is the shopping mall, the Rehovot Central Shopping Mall. And whereas in America you have to drive to the shopping mall and find a parking space, in Israel most people either take the bus to the shopping mall, or better yet, you can walk to the shopping mall, because our building is located right there in the background. I'll try to zoom in on it a little bit. See our building, there's our building to the right. Back there, the 8-story high-rise, that's our building. So to go to the shopping mall from our building, we have to leave our building, walk through the park, and then before you know it, within 5 minutes, we are in the Rehovot Mall. And on the way, of course, we pass the Rehovot Market, the shuk, which is on the right, where they sell the vegetables, produce. We have, that's what's called Shefa Basar, where they sell meat. It means an abundance of meat, where they sell chicken, meat, fresh poultry, ground different kinds of meat. And of course we have other stores on the way as well. There's a store here called 2626. Very often trendy stores are not even written with Hebrew letters. They're written in English. Advertisements you can see above are usually written with the Hebrew letters. But Optika Halgreen, which is an optical store, glasses store. And then across you have another bakery. That's called Mafiat. Mafia is bakery in Hebrew. Shibolet HaSharon, which means like the grain of the Sharon, which is a certain area of Israel, which is north, just to the north of Tel Aviv. That's called the Sharon area. Here's a closer up view of the entrance to the Rehovot Mall, or the municipality, or our doctor's offices are also here. Our family doctors are here. If we want to register the children for school, we also come here. The Rehovot municipality is here. If you want to pay taxes, if you want to pay your water bill, it's here. There's a post office here. The bottom floor, as I said, is this shopping mall. It's also the bus station. You see the buses that come in and go out. This is the Central Rehovot bus station. Above there is the municipality. You see the Israeli flags. there is a kind of stage where they have performances, what they call the kind of expansion of the municipality. So for instance, on Israel's Independence Day in the evening, after the Independence Day is over, people gather there for the reward ceremonies, and they have different kinds of concerts there as well. We are now inside the Rehovot shopping mall, and you can see the shopping malls are quite crowded, especially on Fridays. Really every day. People from the United States have said that our malls are much crowded than the average American malls, but Friday's an especially popular day to visit the shopping malls because a lot of people in Israel don't work on Friday, or if they work only a half a day. The work week in Israel, as I've said before, is usually Sunday through Thursday. Friday is kind of a half a day. The businesses tend to close earlier. Most businesses in Israel close in the early afternoon. The shopping mall closes here around 2 or 3. One of the popular coffee shops is called Coffee Box. This is fairly new, and they charge for everything, in theory anyway, 7 shekels. This is a very interesting chain. It's called Kofix, Ranch Kofix, fresh coffee, fixed price, kosher, 6 shekels. Everything in the store is 6 shekels. They sell all kinds of different pastries, shakes, milkshakes. Here you have different milkshakes you can get. 6 shekels is about $1.50 or so. No, it's a little more, $1.75. It used to be 5 shekels, but they raised the price a little bit. I ordered this Shake Vanille, the chocolate chip Oreo shake, which he's making now. They have the iced coffee as well. They have different kinds of sandwiches. Also sandwiches. They also have rice and pasta. Everything 6 shekels. And we are now outside of the Shuk, Rehovot's Shuk, a vegetable market, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday, on the eve of Shabbat, the eve of the Sabbath, when everything comes to a gradual close and they leave a lot of vegetables. Tomorrow the Shuk is closed because of the Jewish Sabbath. It reopens on Sunday. But they actually don't get new vegetables on Sunday because they don't pick vegetables on Shabbat. So the bigger selection of vegetables and fruit and produce comes actually on Monday. So that's why you can see they give away. They just leave a lot of these things here that anyone can take. Anyone who wants to take can take it. The crowds are quite small compared to earlier. Earlier there were big crowds in the market. We'll take a walk through and see people are just starting to close everything here. A lot of the stands are even closed. Earlier today they were packed. Здравствуйте! It's one of my friends. As you can see, they have a lot of things here. They put things here on the side of the market. People take. This is one of my friends who takes things. We have here a lot of peppers, and I usually get a lot of good things, especially cabbage. Here, they're offering cucumbers. Look at this. These are peppers. We have cucumbers. This looks excellent. Excellent cucumber. You can see everything here is closed. Just cleaning up the shuk. Have a lot of. בסדר? תודה. Free apples. A lot of these nectarines are also good, especially for cooking. If anyone's cooking, these nectarines or peaches are excellent. These pears may not be so bad also. I'm finally home after the trip to the market. We even got the newspaper, Yisrael Hayom, which is the free newspaper that's been in circulation for a few years. They give out every day, and of course the Friday edition is the much bigger edition, since there's no paper on Saturday, on Shabbat. And this is what I got from the shuk. I got all of these free vegetables. I even gave some out to other people. Excellent condition. Peppers, some of the peppers are hot, which I don't really cook with. Tomatoes, beets, what they call selik in Hebrew. I only had to pay, the only thing I paid for on this trip to the shuk were bananas and nectarines. You can see we have our Shabbat meal that we're cooking now. We have our delicious potatoes that we cook here. We have our hot plate that we put the food on, because on Shabbat we don't turn on electricity, so we put all the food on the hot plate. We have the water that keeps the water warm, so we can have hot water on Shabbat. We cooked already our delicious potatoes. Here we're going to make some other... we're going to make some mixture of zucchini, sweet potatoes, and regular potatoes. We have our traditional chicken soup already. We have our chicken in the freezer we just have to take out, and that's it. Shabbat Shalom.